Showtime.
Greetings and good afternoon to all my listeners and viewers out there in the Primal 4K app, Fit FM 96.7, Facebook, YouTube, the World Wide Web. I want to welcome you all to Primal Sports Center. I'm your host, Dale.
And I'm Kane Schwab Watson. And you guys probably find that voice strange. Guess who's back with us in studio? Back from Dumrep, doing some coaching duties. So I have my trusted co-host with me again. And we have an interesting lineup for you this week again.
Yes, we'll have our first guest, Ashley McKenzie.
In about 10 minutes, he'll come on.
Yes, he's a judoka.
Yeah, we had him on the show sometime last year. Yeah. And I remember that interview, and I know he's preparing for the Olympics coming up. He recently just came from Brazil in a PanAmerican Championships. He break that down for us on what went on there and what he's been up to and looking forward for the rest of the year. And as I said, it's an Olympic year, so in about 10 minutes or so, he'll be on. Yeah. Give us a rundown of how the judoka scene is going on.
Yes, it's a big year for all sports. And first of all, I know you guys want to know about the results. I don't, particularly Jamaican results.
But before we go into the Caribbean and Senior Championships, we just came from a funeral. Laying our good friend to rest, Hubert Lawrence. I feel big him up again because we're celebrating his life. Although he passed along, he's still with us, and we doing this is part of what we all learned from him because we know him as a great journalist. We know him as a trusted friend in table tennis, but he was late dressed today, and big up Hubert once again. And I mean, part of the table tennis fraternity, track and field fraternity, but large. Everybody said about Hubert that he was loved and respected, a legend in his own right.
A great turnout. I saw all the faces. I saw Shelley. I saw the Minister of Sports. Even the SDF, the new SDF man was there. It was a good turnout. The table tennis fraternity. I saw Mr. Lou, Angelo, the GenSec. Everybody was there. So it was a lovely turnout. Great sending off for a great person.
Yeah, man. And he was our first guest on the show, as you stated weeks ago. Sad that he's passed, but I mean, we just want to remember the great memories that he shared with us. And as I said, the knowledge he imparted on us, and I said a humble character and one that is revered by all, no matter what platform or field.
And one of the latest thing that he did was that book, 50 Year Fire, him and Michael Grant. So people can get the book. It's a wonderful book. It tells us about the history of Jamaica and sports and the culture of sports in Jamaica. Well, that was his departing gift to the world. 50 days of fire. You can go and get that. All right, now let us move on.
You just came back from the Caribbean Senior and Junior Championship in Dumrep. You leave me here in studio to handle the show by myself, but you said I did well.
Yes.
You said I did well. Thanks.
Yeah,
but now you're back, and I mean, so tell us what went on in Dumrep.
All right. For the Senior Championships, it was okay. We didn't feel our strongest team this time around because of the circumstances, but they played well. They played well based on everything that what we're going through here in Jamaica, and so they played well.
What's going on in Jamaica?
I mean, the overall the lack of resources and all. I'll get more in detail in that, but overall the team finished sixth in the championship. Mark Phillips, who's our national champion, advanced out of his group. Got beaten by the Cuban. So that's nothing to hang it over. The Cubans are the top in the region.
Number one Cuban is number 54 in the world now.
54 in the world, exactly. Rising, Rowan Lewis, he also advanced from the group.
All four players advanced from the group.
Played well. I thought that he should have won that round of 32 match, but a close loss.
So where most of his matches he started slow.
Yes, all of his matches were either 3-2, and all the games close down to the wire.
And use his experience to adjust during the matches, which is good.
And especially even though you say experience, he's very inexperienced at the same time.
Yeah,
in terms of playing at this regional level. But played well, represented.
When I said experience, more of the old school type players like from the 80s, 90s
yeah.
have a different style to
the
new school players who just train and play a lot. So that's where I meant with experience where you adjusted. But yet still, as he pointed out, he's inexperienced in playing these high level tournaments representing Jamaica.
And right after he finished playing the Caribbean, he went ahead and I think he won some tournament in Canada.
Yeah.
You know, so he's on a high note, coming from Damrep. And Odinga Mitchell, our schoolmate, back in the days, you know. The one who, the chirper, one of the chirpers. You know, this man.
Brand up as ambassador for Jamaica.
Yes. Doing a lot of good things in terms of assisting back. You know, giving back to the table tennis fraternity. You know, as he sponsor a player. Of course.
Trying to get me out of retirement.
Yeah.
Making me vouch to play for a league that he starts, you know. But I mean, I already committed.
Yeah, and Imani Max Ferguson as well, you know, just got back into the game again, you know, a little bit rusty. I could see the rust over there, you know, advanced out of the group, played well as well, but, you know, you can see the rust, you know, you have to be more competition sharp, and these guys weren't competition sharp.
So looking forward to next year, these guys need to get sharper.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I have to put in place first, but as I said, we'll leave that for later.
Yeah, I think I'm coming out to play next year. You know? If you put me in a program coach.
All right.
All the people know that you're my coach as well. You know?
Yeah, sound good.
Title coach.
Sound good.
Yeah.
All right, but the juniors.
Yeah. I want to hear more about the juniors now.
Yeah, the juniors. It was a good and bad tour. It was bad in terms of the results. Yeah. You know, this is the first time we're going to under 15 and under 19 championship and coming back without a single piece of medal. Yeah. No medal around the net, nothing at all. This is the first time in the history. And when I say it's good, you know, it kind of opened their eyes to what is needed. You know, a lot of them thought that, you know, they can just play table tennis 2-3 times a week and go and compete at this level. It's a big difference. You know, a lot of them coming from the under 13 and under 11 category where you can get away with a lot of things. But at the under 15 and under 19 level, you have no chance if you're not playing professionally. Yeah. If you're not playing 6 days a week, you're not putting in the hours, you have no chance at this level. You
have to be committed.
Yeah, you have to be fully committed to the sport.
Invest time and play hours.
We had a meeting with them after the tournament, after it ended in Damrep. You know, we even went to the medal ceremony and said, listen, you know, every single one of you going to come and sit and watch everybody collecting medals while we're not collecting nothing at all. Yeah. You know, and I said, that's work. You know, and me alongside Coach Ritty, Sandra, you know, she's from the old school. Yeah. You know, she gave them a good speech in terms of what the greats did before. Yeah.
That's my coach. I grew up.
Your coach as well. Yeah. You know, she spoke about herself, Garfield Jones, Stephen Hilton, letting them know that it's not a joyride. You have to train. You have to get up early in the morning. You have to put in the work.
Always,
so in terms of that, from that aspect, I think a lot of them, they kind of say, okay, you know, I say the decision is yours, not your parents.
Yeah. And everybody probably won't be on board, but still, you have to open a few eyes.
You have a couple of youngsters there who was listening keenly to everything that Coach Ritty had to say, you know. And she spoke a lot about Garfield Jones, you know, and herself in terms of the steers and the running and the commitment to physical training. You know, a lot of them.
At that young age as well. We don't necessarily talk about lifting weights, but I mean, even as a youngster, you have to run, you have to be fit, you have to be ready to go out there, and you have to put in the extra work.
Yeah.
And not only on the table, but off the table as well.
And sometimes you learn better when you buck your foot, you know.
Yeah.
So when they realize that them have nothing to collect and everybody taking pictures and medals around the neck and, you know, it's supposed to ignite some kind of fire, you know. Yeah. So for the ones that you say have that passion and have that drive, well, I'm hoping that I see a change from them from now onwards, you know, towards the next championship. The next championships will be in Barbados. Yeah. Both seniors and juniors. Yeah, so we actually start the road to Barbados.
Barbados, look out for me.
Yes.
I mean,
yes, because this can't happen
Barbados
again.
In a while. So.
Yes. So we start the road to Barbados. The road to Barbados actually start now. That's our little tagline that we're working on for both the seniors and juniors. Because we have to have a rebuild in order to get back table tennis in Jamaica. At the top,
and I said the talent is here, but talent is nothing without putting in the work.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have to put in the work, and we have to set these youngsters on the right path. And I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of bright sparks there, but
of course,
looking forward for the future and table tennis in Jamaica.
And it's a fairly young, even though they participate in under 15, you have a couple of them that's still under 13. So it's a fairly young team, you know. So I think we still have hope. I think both me, you, and a couple of other guys, we need to come together and maybe attack the government as well, you know, to get them on board. We have to give them a good proposal to get things going, because we can't do it on our own.
It's tough.
Yeah, we're going to need big support. But now, people, let us welcome to Primal Sports our Judaka representative.
Live from London, England.
Live from London, England. Welcome, Ashley McKenzie.
What's going on, guys? You all right?
Yeah, man. I remember we interviewed you sometime last year, and you were, you know, full of vibes and are gearing to go and looking forward to the future. So
that's been my life since I was a youngster. You know, for me, my life's always been about fighting. When I was brought up, my dad's Jamaican from Clarendon. He was always hard on me. You know, I had hearing aids, I had fits, I had ADHD. I got put into a psychiatric unit, and my dad was very hard on me in the sense of nothing's going to stop you from being what you want to be, you know. So I've had that upbringing of fight my whole life. And it's funny because watching what you just said about some of the youngsters, when they look at people who watch medals, that was me a week ago, you know, because for me, I went away to the PanAmericans, and I'll be honest with you, I was looking to win it. That was my place. It's like when you look at Usain Bolt and you say, what medal is he going to get? You know which medal. That was me, you know. So for me, it was very, because I thought I was going to win it, for me, I was very nervous and a bit came back, you know, to say, and then the referee, they're not used to my fighting style. So yeah, I've got the hunger to go into Kazakhstan. I got next week, and then the World Championships the week after, and get them Olympic points to get to the games, you know.
Before we get to Kazakhstan, tell us about the Pan American Games, how all of that went in for preparation and your placing, and how things went on with you at the Pan American Games.
For me, for me, the games, it was I was ready, you know, I was ready, but sometimes it's hard for me to say, 'cause I don't want to diss none of the referees or anything, but they for me, the refereeing is not as high standards as Europe.
Yeah. Okay.
So like when it's technically something wrong, it's very just looked over. You know, in Europe, if something's happening in the fight and it's obvious, there's 20 cameras are gonna catch it. You know, for me, I was beating and throwing this guy, throwing this guy, and they just wasn't giving it. They was not giving it, and there's nothing more I could have done.
Yeah. Okay.
So for me right now, it was about literally just preparing myself for now the worst when it comes to situations like that, because I'm not used to it. I'll be honest with you. You know.
Yeah. I want to hold on a second. So for your qualifications to Paris, will you have to compete in this region where you're going to face the same type of referee?
Not anymore. I've got 2 tournaments left, Kazakhstan, and I've got World Championships in Dubai, Abu Dhabi.
So those are also qualifiers.
Yeah, they're also qualifiers. But we have 2 fellow Jamaicans.
Yeah.
One of them called Ebony is 70 kilos, and one of them in 81 is called Max.
So how many points are you away from qualifying? What do you have to do in Kazakhstan?
300. I've got to win 1 or 2 fights.
1 or 2 fights, you're in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can qualify right after Kazakhstan.
Yes.
Okay.
What about your teammates?
My teammates exactly the same, because we're in it's called a continental quota spot. We're basically now all fighting against each other. The one Jamaican will go now.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
So
only
it's
one spot. Okay.
One spot. But for the whole time, I was number 1. I've been number 1 for the whole time. Only this tournament, is when they've overtaken me. Just one time in the whole year. So for me, it's come to the last bit of the race and they're winning, but that's when I turn up levels, you know.
Yeah. That's when. Yeah. So Kazakhstan is next week. You said.
Yeah, I leave Tuesday and I fight Friday.
Okay, and in Kazakhstan, you're looking to fight 2-3 fights, maybe.
Yeah, easy. Like trying to get into the quarterfinals, semifinals, or a medal fight. That's what I've got to do.
And
And
once you
you
do
know what?
that,
I'm not gonna lie, it's hard, but I've been up there. I've been in the top 15 in the world. You know,
yeah,
I'm capable of.
we know this. We know this. We know you're legit, and we know we're looking forward to see you in Paris, and I know that's the goal. So tell us your preparations, not only for Kazakhstan, but whether you're going to qualify from Kazakhstan. Will you still be going to Dubai for the World Championships? Correct?
Yeah, the World Championship is the major tournament. It's
Yes.
like the World Cup in football is the same as the World Championships in the Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. Okay, so on your slate now, everything is gearing up for Abu Dhabi and Paris. So tell us your preparations going forward for the rest of the year heading into the summer.
For me, it's just about continuous work, you know. You make it as hard as you want, you know. If someone's doing 2 sets, you try to do 3 sets. If they're running faster, you run faster. You know, I'm in Camberley Judo Club and there's a group of us, there's a bag of us, there's 20 of us. You know, I'm fighting the best every single day, you know. My weekends, I've already done 1 run today, you know, and then I'm relaxing. Like, there's no time for the wicked. You know, if I want to be the best, then I need to put in that extra work for me.
So you talk about that work, because to the layman, they probably just see you go out there and fight and be like, all right, you're a good fighter. But tell us.
So my week looks like Monday, I do a fighting spar week. So I do a fighting on a Monday. And then I'll do weights in the afternoon. A Tuesday is a bit more relaxed. I chill for the day. I'll do technique session. And in the evening, I'll do a sparring session again. Wednesday morning, I do a sparring session. In the afternoon, I do a S&C session. So that might be run for 30 seconds, or let's do the rower for 30 seconds, 30 seconds off, 6 times, 4 sets. And then you go into Thursday, what will be strength and conditioning, so weight. And then I've got a randori in the evening. Friday for me is my relaxed day. Saturday, I recover. Sunday, recover. And then start Monday again.
You don't look like you take a relaxed day, man. You like you just go hard every day, even on Fridays.
I try. Trust me.
I know. The people know that you're a hard worker. And I mean, representing Jamaica, we see you out there. And I mean, you give it your all. Win, lose, or draw. You do the work. You put in the. And as I said, we're looking forward to the World Championships in Paris.
Yeah, I have a question from a viewer here for you. What's the difference between martial arts and judo?
So martial arts, in the sense of what you'd watch on a movie, is where like someone would hit each other, block it, a bit of kung fu in it. Like judo's hands-on. So judo is, imagine me doing a wrestling match with you with pajamas. That's what it's exactly like. It's grappling, arm locks, strangle. How you win in judo is you throw someone on their back. You can arm lock them, you can strangle, or you can also pin them down. Now, the last way to win, what I don't like to do, is by me trying to throw you all the time and you defending so much. If you block your arms out, I won't be able to throw you. There's no way. But if you do that for the whole fight, you look bad. And that's what happened in PanAmerica. The guy didn't want to fight. He was just blocking, but they didn't give him a defensive.
But so there's no punching in judo. Just grappling.
No punching.
No
Throwing.
No kicking. Just hands.
No kicking. No, just hands.
Yeah, just hands.
Like wrestling. Yeah.
I mean, you should have pretty strong hands then.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Trust me. They do a lot of squats, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Lot of squats. Yeah.
All right.
So tell us, even before the Pan-American Championships, did you compete in any games, any tournaments there in London? Or
No. Before the Pan-Americans, I went to Austria and I got 5th. I beat a Japanese number 2.
Okay.
And it's their sport, you know. So to beat someone like that is why I'm upset, you know, because of the way the point system works. I got 5th in a tournament that is 20 times harder. than the Pan Americans.
Yeah.
But the way it landed, other people had easier fights. What did I say? That's where the points land, and I can't do nothing about it, you know. But yeah, I won. I got fifth. It was a really good result, you know. Really good result in Europe.
And the Pan American Games, as you said, was your second outing for the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so basically your season just kicking off.
Yeah.
So Kazakhstan points, World Championships, and Paris. So
yes.
I mean, you envision yourself now on the Pan American podium. You didn't get that chance, but looking forward, tell us, World Championships, Olympics, getting a medal.
I wanna, if someone higher being looked down at me and I managed to do something in Kazakhstan and Worlds and make it to the Olympics, anything's possible on the Olympics. Yeah. I've been to 3 already, and I know that I can beat them all. It's a matter about the day, everything being right and everything being on your side. But I know that I'm capable of doing it. Otherwise, I'd give up.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're mentally focused and you put in the work, and I mean, you're flying the flag high. Trust me.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. So, Ashley, all the best, and
thank you for having me on again.
Yeah, man. All the best.
Keep us updated on what's going on, cause I mean, even so, the people want to know when it's Kazakhstan. When give us the dates, and when you feel the team, you let the people know who can watch, tune in. Kazakhstan, Abu Dhabi. You know we are gearing up for Paris. But not only Paris. We want to know when other things are going on and.
Stay on, my brother.
Yeah, man. Get out the info.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. God bless everyone.
Yeah, man. All the best.
Big up and respect.
All right, Ashley McKenzie.
McKenzie.
Right there, representing Jamaica in judo. Commonwealth gold medalist.
Yeah, I was there in Commonwealth, and you know.
Yeah, man.
Big fighter. You know, it's not a man who just talk the talk, he walk the walk too.
Yeah, pretty much like a boxer, you know.
Yeah, man, very confident. Very confident. And I mean, as I said, flying the flag high. And, you know, people tend to look on the so-called major sports where, you know, Bolt and Shelley and all of that, but we have people in cycling, we have people in judoka, we have people in triathlon, you name it. And I mean, to get his story and get his mindset of, you know, you can see it in training week in Shadell. I'm all about the business. I'm putting in the work as a professional. And I mean,
and that's what we need, and that's what we want. The culture here in Jamaica, the
not
culture
only in sports.
It's going to carry over.
It's going to carry over in sports.
Yeah, it's going to become a habit, it's going to be a lifestyle.
Yeah, we need that mindset.
And that's what we definitely want within Jamaica. Yeah, a lot of people think that we are a sporting country.
We are not a sporting country.
We need to develop that culture. Here, the guy Ashley just said him have to do more than everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you keep competing and keep getting better. You know, you can't just say, well, him do 100, I'll just do the same amount. You know, him go the extra mile.
He just won't just fall in love. And we had a discussion earlier. One thing, all the people who make it, whether you have them as the greatest or whatever sport it is, all of them have
the elites in different sport, different eras.
One thing everybody have in common is the put in the work.
The hours.
Yeah. You have to put in the work. There's one common factor, one common ingredient with everybody in every sport or every successful person in life.
Yeah.
You don't just drop in your lap. You have to put in the work.
Yeah,
you might just see even a Conor McGregor and be like, this guy, you know.
Run up in mouth, all that talk.
Imagine how much work he put in.
Yeah.
He put in the work. Cristiano Ronaldo at 39. I mean, you think him just score 800 goals? Because he's in a good system, and you know if Karim Dixon had that chance or somebody said, Cristiano Ronaldo put in the work. Yeah. And that's why he behave that way.
Yeah, man. And
that's why when Ten Hag look on Cristiano Ronaldo, I'll be like, it don't work like that.
Exactly.
You know, put in the work, you can't. You know, you have clashing personalities. Everybody won't do the right thing all the right time. I mean, look at Floyd Mayweather.
Them guys work hard, man. Them guys work.
Floyd Mayweather probably never drink liquor in his whole life.
Yeah,
I don't think he ever didn't drink alcohol.
And there's thing about Floyd that a lot of people don't
like, but
you know how hard it is. You know how hard it is to keep your teeth in your mouth as a boxer. that man don't get hit at all. To have such a great defense and you ever see that man swell up after a fight? That is how great Floyd is.
When Floyd get a punch
I don't like him sometimes because him not for run,
defensive,
but he's so good technically.
When
you watch
Pacquiao
him,
catch him,
never see a swell up face.
I'm surprised. Like I said, this has never been done before. And he's like, all right, and back to defense and working trade on him out.
Yeah, man, great.
Thing all the greats have in common.
Work.
You have to put in the work, and it doesn't only apply to sports. If you want to be great, even in your household, a family man, you have to put in the work.
So my question,
at your business, I mean,
so
I
my
know
question,
Atlantic,
Atlantic
I know that man. Yeah, go Guangzhou and put in the work.
Put in the work.
Yeah, it just don't have me think business just runs, so you have to put in the work.
My
remember when he used to down, and look where we are now.
Yeah.
Top of the mountain. You know what I mean? You have to put in the work.
There's no shortcut.
Remember when Bolt ran the first Olympics, training him out, everybody was hard on him.
4 race.
I remember when I used to go quad back in the day, and we used to see Bolt there pretty much every weekend. Future star that he was young.
In the middle
of the dance. Because he didn't love the party and dancing. Which him doing now. But what Bolt do after that? Him disappear. You don't see Bolt at parties. What Bolt did? Training. Put in the work.
Yeah, man.
And then the rest is history. The greatest sprinter of all time, undoubtedly. You have to put in the work. So,
but my question to you and Marissa, analysts in the background there, you think that we have that culture
in Jamaica?
Yeah, you
don't
think
need to put in the work.
Yeah, that no shortcut kind of business.
Not everybody.
Well, you see the taxi man then, and the
gosh.
way we drive, right?
Oh gosh, most people probably. If I want to put a random percentage on it,
so that means is hopeful. We're kind of hoping that because
things just happen.
Overall, I don't know if we believe in work like the long road.
No, we don't.
You know, so we have to. But I'm wondering, you know, because as you say, every great athlete, when you listen to the stories, as you say, there's one thing that's common. You know, they would tell you, Kobe said, get up before everybody. But them don't know if everybody.
And I'm sure
if saying them get up early.
I'm sure even like say for table tennis, for example, you probably see Stephen Hilton or Michael Colin McNish come now and go on the table and be like, how you can play table tennis for so long and you still have your form and keep the ball on the board? You be like, they used to play a lot of table tennis. When I come and play TT now, the random times these days, and people like, yo, how can you make that shot? I mean, some of them feel like I just talented. I say, you know how much table tennis I used to play? And how I used to be passionate about the game? I used to train for hours. I used to go gym. And I'd be like, I can still do it to a level. But the reason why I can just come back and do it, because I did so much practice.
Yes, ingrained in it, hardwire, the hours and everything.
You might say I do something in a second, but yet still I train at that for probably 10 years just to do that for that 1 second. And
I wish sometime even our kids that we have now within the fraternity here, the TT for our table tennis players here, if both the parent and child, if they really understand these things, it will make such a big difference in every aspect. A lot of people think that you can talk your way or you can write your way or you can, there's a little shortcut. Let me use pimples. Let me use anti-rubbers. Let me do this. Let me do this. But at the end of the day, it's just one thing you have to do, is hours. There's no, as I said, there's no shortcut. And I think that we here think that there's some shortcut method that you can use. When you say, but boy, look how that girl from Trinidad, because she improved over the past 2 years. Chloe, she beating almost all the Spanish girls. She's basically next year she's gonna dominate Caribbeans next year. Little girl but guess what? She's a full-time table tennis player and a part-time student.
Is that girl from
France.
Trinidad?
Yeah,
I know. I've seen it.
Yeah, she's part-time. She's full-time table tennis along with online schooling.
Yeah.
And I'm saying she's about 15, 16, and she's beating almost all of them. And in my opinion,
and 2 years
if she
ago,
didn't get injured at this tournament, she'd probably reach the finals in the seniors.
Didn't she lose in the finals at 15, I think?
19.
She lost in the finals, right?
Yeah, she lost in the finals. But I can tell you this, what I saw last year and what I said this year, they ain't beating her next year. I can tell you that much. Yeah, I watch that girl every match that she played, and I tell you, they can't hit enough ball to pass this girl. She's quick, she's fast. And then she have the passion for the game from ever since she was young.
And that's not just talent. That's putting
work,
work.
because she and even our girls came up at the same time. And she's like this now. Yeah. She's committed. She's training probably 2-3 times a day. You know what I mean? So that's what it takes.
Still getting schooling. Still
Exactly.
you have to invest in the youths.
There's no shortcut. There's no shortcut. Where's the shortcut? There's none.
It's not a program you can just plug in and be like, all right,
No.
that is the route to become like this. And there's a blueprint. No, one thing in common.
Yeah. But as you say,
the main ingredient.
I think it's our responsibility still to try and change the culture. It's on us. Cause maybe people might say we create the culture because it's our people actually create
all this social media and watching this and YouTube. So maybe you gotta get up and go and run. You gotta, if you lift the weights or whatever.
And let's face reality. Our based on the society, it's crime. A lot of crime. So kids not gonna walk like I used to walk, and we understand that. So they have to use up the school facility. Every school have a field. At least become more physical. At least that. Yeah. At least, because you know when you're physical and you have strong legs, your brain work better. Yeah. You know that, right? Yeah, that's why people say when they want to think they go for what? A walk. Yeah. So your legs is so important. And I see it with a couple of my players. When the pressure come on, the brain stop function because there's no legs there. So the legs is so important. So they can utilize the school grounds. Every school have a chevron track now. Yeah.
Really? Not every school.
Not every,
really?
but the top school, Peter.
Okay.
Teachfield still have grass.
Yeah.
Lovely grass, I might add.
They did set top school still. So.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Our people, you know what time it is, right? From Mr. Peter come in, you know it's time for what?
Sports commentary. Controversial boss.
Greetings. Welcome one and all. What do you guys think of the new background? You know,
CNN.
I feel look like we're in the studios of BBC, man.
I feel bougie.
All right, technological wizardry. We're still in the same place, but it looks better. Let us know how you think it's looking tonight. Tonight on UFC 301, Alexander Pantoja of Brazil is fighting against an Australian guy called Ursig. I find this fight interesting because Ursig, I have no reason to be a great fighter, but he's a clumsy kind of Australian boxer who a bit like Conor McGregor as well, awkward for his opponents. And although Pantoja is a jiu-jitsu expert, I don't know. I mean, a lot of this fight is going to depend on whether the fight takes place on the ground or on the feet. Because for sure, if Pantoja gets him down, then it will be the good night, sweet prince. But if Ursig manages to keep the fight on the feet, I think that he might knock out Pantoja. Because this guy have real striking ability. And striking is not just about the power of the punch, you know. Striking is about timing of the punch. You know, there are some people, for example, like Kane Watson, big, powerful forehand. Mm-hmm. And then there are other guys whose forehand might not be as powerful. But it's the timing of the stroke that makes all the difference. Kane is going to work on that for next week. So anyway, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson meet up Saturday, July 28th. And the internet is abuzz about who will win. Tyson at 57 years old, going up against a man decades younger. And the question is who will win. Now, I've been watching Tyson's TikToks, and they're ferocious, whoop, 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 whoop. And he's beating the bags and moving fast and all this kind of thing. And I'm no boxing expert, but I notice another person like myself who knows a lot of boxing. Mayweather says, this fight ain't no TikTok, you know. I think that this fight with Jake Paul, Jake is going to survive the storm, and Tyson is going to run out of gas. There's no 57-year-old man who can do that over a sustained period of time. So if him don't get Jake Paul out there by round 2, I think that Tyson himself will be out of there. I've seen Tyson tired before, and I think that Tyson is going to shoot his load very early and run out of gas against him. And Mayweather seems to agree with me. And the two of us have one thing in common. We're both champs. So we'll see what went down. Caribbean table tennis, insanity. I want to ask Mr. Parham, were we ready for Caribbean Championships? Should we have gone to Caribbean Championships? A lot of money. Would that money have been better spent on local development? I don't know. I'm just asking. Because, I mean, we can probably have this in the talking session later on. But it must be quite, I don't know what these kids were expecting. If they didn't put in the work, how did they expect to get the results? Jamaican have a saying, I don't know if they have it elsewhere in the world. You can't plant peas and expect to reap corn. So they have to put in the work. And they have to try to get to the level of the Caribbean. And look away for us to becoming 6 people playing, and we become 6, and they don't quietly tell you that it's only 6 people playing or 7 or 8 people playing. Jamaica can do better, and we should do better. I don't think it's acceptable for us to sit down and listen to these results time and again. A good time was had by all. We sent a team away, and a good time was had by all. Time for some people come off the plane with medal. And I've had the experience of coming off the plane with trophy and medal. I was on a plane one time, and Sizzla Kalonji was on the plane. We landed in Jamaica. Myself and Ivan Foster had won the bronze medal in mixed doubles. And I had a medal from Trinidad as well for over 35 singles. And coming off the plane, the TVJ cameraman, I think it was Sarge, rush on the plane, and a man touched Sizzla and say, "Big man, them come to you." And the guy walked right past Sizzla and took a picture of the real Kalonji. Anyway, that was thing. Jamaica Table Tennis Association elections were supposed to be this Saturday, postponed yet again.
That's in today?
Yeah, man, postponed yet again. What a disgraceful state of events. We are way past the constitutional term, right? And we have had all kind of meeting about when we're going to have elections and all this kind of thing. And yet, the present administration clings to power while delivering the results we're delivering. Time we put somebody else in charge now. I'm tired of it. As a sponsor, by the way, I am a sponsor. And so I have the right, I have a right as a sponsor to demand some results or change. I don't want to say anything controversial. But time come for a change. All right. So, what sport are Jamaicans really good at, gentlemen? We seem to be good at running in a straight line, short distances. But a while ago we had a debate inside the studio. Is long jump a sport, or is it just an activity? I mean, he's a long jumper. He's a natural human frog. But then where is the technique involved and all this kind of thing? We can shot the thing, fling the thing at a distance. But sports, the people from Europe and North America and these places, they learn to coordinate and play complicated sports, such as table tennis. I put it to you that table tennis might well be the most complicated sport that we're even reasonably good at. Football, to a lesser extent so. But we Jamaicans, how good are we at sports? Are we a sporting nation as we think, or we just can't run fast? In a straight line. Sometimes the curve is a challenge as well. I saw the great Usain Bolt the other day. He was nominated or as a spokesman for cricket, World Cup cricket. And now I see as well he's now a spokesman for Red Stripe beer. And I'm asking, who decides what an icon should be used for? Is Usain Bolt really a good fit with Red Stripe beer? Beer is associated with drinking and a kind of unhealthy lifestyle and a beer belly. So is that the reason why Usain with this new beer belly is pushing Red Stripe? I think that Usain could probably be doing Gatorade and what the other one named Glucosade and these kind of things. I don't know that we need our icon to be doing thing. You remember when Jesse Roy was in the Santa Claus suit? It have the same kind of feeling. I think that, man must be a hustler and a real player and all this kind of thing. But I think that our icons would be better used for sporting related topics. Now, on to a non-sporting related topics. Let me complain again. There are just too many stops in Kingston. Anybody ever try drive around Kingston now? We are stopped every few minutes by the police. The police have a new toy. Now, them scanning your license plate. In America, they couldn't do it because them have a thing in America named probable cause. You have to have probable cause to search a person's records. But now we have empowered our local police with the ability to just run your plate. In traffic, a man stop you and just run your plate and then tell you, oh, your insurance up. And then I say, no, I have a cover note. Why did you run my plates? In can't tell him of a probable cause. Oh, a crime was committed by a man in an X5 or whatever, you know what I mean? I think that we need to find some more work for the police. Actually, there's plenty of work for the police to do. But the police are not so busy in Jamaica working on solving murders, solving crimes. What they're solving is traffic. We need the police to lower out the people and make us go about with normal business. We are guaranteed under the Constitution of Jamaica freedom of movement. And I think that there's way too much interference. And if you guys tired of hearing me say it, I apologize again, but we need more movement in Jamaica and less traffic. You can't have 80% of the graduates at the police institute now out in the road in the sun hot. These guys should be doing more intellectual work. Who done it? Who did the crime? Fingerprint. We need more fingerprint. And forensic and database and anti-crime. I saw the other day that BOJ is doing nothing about cybercrime, right? Put some of these youths in the cybercrime units and let them find the cyber criminals with cyber criminology instead of just to stop the traffic. God damn it, every minute just like that, man. Me need for drive. Man need for drive and lower the traffic, my youth. Too much stops. Yeah, and by the way, this is my last time I'm talking on this topic. Now, one more thing. I recently returned to Jamaica from China. How many people know, and I'm talking to the diaspora now, it's 30,000 people we have online. Yeah. I'm speaking to the diaspora, gentlemen. Did you know when you enter in Jamaica now, you have to fill out a form when you reach an online form named enterjamaica.com? Instead of them give you a paper and just write who you be and coming into the country, you know how to fill out an online form. And there are huge lines in the airport of people trying to get online, trying to go on this, fill out this online form. Now, let me tell you, Jamaica have a very low computer literacy rate, you know. And you'd be astonished how many people have to stay there 15, 20, 30 extra minutes. People want to use the bathroom coming off the plane. And you're stopping us filling out this Enter Jamaica form. And you still have to be questioned when you reach at the thing. It's foolishness. Maybe we should use more of these police and put them at the airport so that you can just enter Jamaica with the police helping you to fill out the form. That's sports commentary. And also other kind of commentary. What say you?
Good one.
Never done with the controversial ball.
And I saw the line too coming in. Yeah. A huge line.
Oh yes, both of you guys were aware recently, you know?
Yeah,
I was running on the fort here in Jamaica.
One long line, but good thing I filled up my own from before I left.
Gentle people, do you remember phone lines are now open? 1-876-552-7406, and that's via WhatsApp only. 1-876-552-7406. And to the 30,000 people watching online, give us a shout out, give us a call in, give us your sporting take. Any of the listeners on Fit FM 96.7, yeah, we'd like to hear your voice on anything you'd like to speak on, whether it's about Ash McKenzie in Kazakhstan, or the table tennis championships down in Damrep, or the EPL, or what we're going to touch on now, basketball.
Yeah, but before the basketball, we're with us, the same Fit FM from the Trelawney side. Yeah. You know, they have the Trelawney Major League that kicks off today. You know, one game at Sea Road in Duncan's FC versus Holland FC, and that's currently going on. Yeah, so the Trelawney Major League Football starts today.
Big up people them down at Trelawney, you know.
Fit FM
down there in Trelawney. Fit FM 96.7. Stay locked in. Yeah. So that's going on down there in Trelawney. And last week while you were MIA, I was giving them a rundown of the NBA playoffs and my predictions. And right now I'm 7 out of 7, waiting on the Cavs to clinch and make it 8 out of 8 as my predictions. I gave them a rundown of who is going to go to the finals. I have Denver, Boston in the finals. But before that, we have matchups to look at and who we like and who playing, great basketball, individual basketball. Right now, I'm caught in between who is my MVP of the playoffs so far, whether it's Anthony Edwards or Jalen Brunson, both playing, entertaining basketball, and to me, more old school type basketball.
I think the entire playoffs, the teams that are doing well is old school. Yeah. It's old school ball.
Yeah, going to the rim, playing the post, not school. So many threes.
Yeah, old school. So I'm surprised when you leave out your boy Luka. You don't think Luka?
No,
in terms of MVP so far in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, not compared to Jalen Brunson and Anthony Edwards. Young Anthony Edwards sweeping the Phoenix. I'm not saying Luka not playing a high level, but I'm used to Luka playing at that level. I'm beating
Anthony sweeping an average Suns team.
No, but I'm stepping up and talking the talk.
I give it to the youth from Knicks, though. I think it's a Brunson.
So I was caught in between because
but I still think
Brunson beat Philly with Embiid and Maxey and those close games, closing out the game. Minnesota kind of cruise.
For me,
so I agree with you. Branson to me has been the highlight
and his size, you know, is a small guard destroying people out there, you know. Him pretty much remind me of a better version, a better shooter, a same type of player like a Chris Paul, but a more aggressive offensive player. You know, so man,
Kyrie playing good too.
Kyrie's playing good, but I think that I don't know how you leave out Luka still. I still have Luka in there, you know what I mean?
No, Luka in the mix, but those are the top two for me so far. If I were to name an MVP of the playoffs so far, Boston is cruising. Boston has a full team effort. I mean, Magic and Cavs, they can't figure out who's going to win that. I mean, everybody holding home court advantage, and the reason why I give Cavs the edge is because they have the best player on the court. Donovan Mitchell, although Mitchell playing good, but I still give they have the home court and they're going back home 3-3, and I see.
And Garland can come up big anytime, you know. He's a streaky player as well.
Injury, and I think Cavs is a slightly better team, but Magic playing good and playing good team basketball. But all series, first round series has been completed so far, except for one. I mean, we saw OKC sweep the Pelicans. Pelicans really with the injuries. Zion Williamson out. Brandon Ingram probably still have a lingering injury. So OKC made light work of the Pelicans, as I predicted a sweep. Clippers and Mavs. Mavs beat the Clippers. I mean, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George.
Why you calling Kawhi name? Kawhi.
No, I'm saying that Kawhi hasn't played.
Yeah, Kawhi is a.
They made an investment in him, paying him millions. And for the past 4 seasons, if it's not Kawhi injured, it's PG. So to me, the Clippers can't.
And I tell you the truth. PG hold up his end of the bargain.
Paul George plays.
Except for 1 game. Except for one. But PG held up his part of the whole thing. But Kawhi have to go now, man.
Go where?
Whatever. Whatever.
He's just injured.
There's no. I think they should just sideline him and start back fresh. I think he's a waste of time. He's a waste of time.
He's injured.
No, he is a waste of time. 4 years.
He's just not healthy.
4 consecutive years he's injured in the playoffs.
Whose time is he wasting? He's collecting, sitting on the bench.
I'm just saying, you know,
I mean, if I was the owner, I'd be upset. I invest in my superstar player.
Of course.
This person is the face of my franchise. I'm paying you millions of dollars, and for 4 years, not just 1 year.
All 4 seasons.
4 seasons just
at a critical moment.
I'd be hurt
every
as
single
a manager
time.
and as a Clipper fan. I don't think Clippers have much fans anyway, because that's Laker town. But I mean, to all the Clipper fans,
I think they're moving in a new arena come the next season. Start afresh. Get rid of them.
No, with the Clippers, in terms of the star quality they have, and the Clippers is probably the worst franchise in the NBA.
And then
historically. And now you have a chance with
who's the GM?
Superstar in.
Is that West? Is that?
I'm not sure. I've got to double check.
I could not believe that they trade for Harden. It's West. I think West is the GM.
Toronto won a title. Clippers has never even been to the finals.
I think Jerry West is still.
I think there are 5 sides. If I'm
but
not
how
mistaken.
can Jerry West
remember, I'm the shop, you know. With Kawhi Leonard.
No, with an injured Golden State team.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson was out.
History will write that down.
Kevin Durant. Well. I would remember that though.
And remember
KD was
the
out.
Kawhi shot that hit the rim about 3 times
against Philly.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, against Philly.
I know Embiid still crying. So but they made a good run. Toronto won, but Clippers is probably one of the worst franchises in the league, and now with Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, James Harden,
Russell
Westbrook, you have 4 Hall of Famers, and I mean Clipper Nation have a buzz, and then poof, nothing. And even from the face of your franchise, you're injured.
Well,
as an owner, I'd be pissed.
What you realize though, you name 4 Hall of Famers on one team. You notice the good teams don't have that anymore. The really good teams, no more super teams. You notice the teams that are playing good quality basketball is teams with 1 star and a co-star and role players.
Yeah.
No, so this idea about super teams, it don't work.
Really
the side with Phoenix. Phoenix go and get Bradley Beal, which is an undersized guard, can't defend. Booker, okay, and KD, three. No point.
So we jump into Phoenix now.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll finish with the Clippers. The Clippers need to just rebound and just. Yeah.
You need to get complementary pieces and not just stars to play with, you know. LeBron is the one who started all of this thing. Yeah.
With
It's
Towns,
team.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Gobert, Mike Conley, Nickel Alexander, Jane McDaniels. Those are like
Teams.
those role players playing their roles and, you know, piecing it together as a team.
Yeah, man.
OKC, the youngest team in the league, average age around 24, 25. I mean, Shea playing MVP type basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, Chet, Giddy,
Jalen Williams.
All of these are guys under the age of 25.
All right, let me ask you something.
Like team.
Who they remind you of?
I mean, OKC.
Yeah, this OKC team.
Memphis.
KD, Westbrook had.
Yeah.
Young with Ibaka. Yeah. A young team. Remember they were young when they went to the finals 2011.
They just didn't have a leader.
Same kind of team.
They couldn't find that leader. KD should have been that leader, but KD doesn't seem to want to lead.
Yeah, but same team, same young team. All of them was like under the age of 24, 23.
Looking forward to these semifinal conference matchups.
Dallas.
I have Dallas beating OKC. Let's say.
Of course.
Okay.
Look on Kyrie. Hold on. Let us talk a little about Kyrie.
Yeah.
No. Kyrie mature on the court now.
Kyrie's balling.
Yeah, and I
think him fine back in footing.
Yeah.
After leaving the Cavs, you know, he was
all over the place, and
you know, the NBA don't seem to like him because he's more outspoken.
And the Jews as well. They had a problem with the Jewish people.
Yeah, Kyrie is a troublemaker in their eyes, but on the court now, Kyrie is playing electrifying basketball.
Yeah, he's not distracted anymore. He's zoning into basketball. And what I love about Kyrie, he's defending. I've never seen Kyrie defend like this before.
Kyrie don't mind being a Robin to the Batman.
Yeah.
And when time step up and be the Batman.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you notice all the games, Kyrie starts off slow. And then when you want to go on that run in the third, fourth quarter, Kyrie is giving you everything. Kyrie's going to the rim, switching hands, 4-point play, making that assist. And, you know, Luka wants that. And I mean, Luka doesn't mind that. He does, you know, all the hard work from
the gelling.
Yeah, so he's a complementary piece to Luka that Luka has been searching for. But to me, I'm wondering if Dallas can go all the way. I see them beating OKC, but
let me tell you,
to go all the way, it's going to be tough.
I watch Luka play. I watch Luka play, and I tell you,
they can't guard Luka.
Is a better version of LeBron James in terms of how he control the pace of the game, and even Luka's size.
Hey, people, I know somebody out there listening that just said, "What did Dale just say?"
No.
Colin, because I know our friends listening.
Luka,
and probably say, "What Dale? Wait, you know, he just said a while ago." No, I am agreeing with you.
Yeah, Luka is a better version of LeBron.
Oh, jeez. Hey,
he's
a better hot take, people.
No, he's a better version of LeBron.
I mean, I should repeat the number again because I'm sure somebody out there, don't understand what you're saying, but I get what you're saying.
In terms of controlling the game, being a point guard at the same time, but him have something more than LeBron. Him have moves and him can shoot better. He's a better shooter. He's a better mid-range jump shooter. And whenever Luka need a point, Luka know exactly where in the court. That's what LeBron didn't have. You know, LeBron would struggle when it comes down to the crunch time. And when the defense set up that little wall, there's no wall for Luka because of what? Him can shoot both in the mid and from deep, three and from D. So that's what I mean when I said Luka is a better version because him do the same thing LeBron do, but only thing, what you call him? Luka 2.0. It's a LeBron 2.0.
LeBron 2.0.
Yeah, he's a better version.
He's not as explosive, can't jump out to the building. Not as strong physically, but I mean, I get to the same terms
skill
of
and IQ.
Yeah, IQ level, cerebral,
and skill. Yeah. He's more skilled than LeBron. He's more skilled than LeBron. So
definitely, I mean, can shoot better at this stage in their career. LeBron developed his jump shot later on in his career. That's why I can't understand how Westbrook don't have a jump shot
up to now, right?
You see them marking Westbrook, and I mean, they're staying like 3 feet, 4 feet away from Westbrook and just let him have the ball out there because they know what they're going to do with him. But enough for the Clippers and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, but
the next matchup I want to talk about Denver, Minnesota, because we both picked the Mavs beating OKC, but I think Denver, Minnesota going to be a tough matchup. But I mean,
both teams have size.
As Peter said, when you're a champion, you know. And it's going to be tough to beat this Denver side with another cerebral player in Nikola Jokic, and he has his Robin in probably the best Robin in the league, Jamal Murray. I mean, closing off the Lakers with 2 late game winners. I mean, playing a high level and going out there injured.
Yeah.
I see people getting injured and be like, oh, on the bench, this guy's going out there.
The shoot is fearless.
Lakers got the gentleman sweep 4-1. They won a game. I them getting a sweep, but gentleman sweep 4-1. But Denver, Minnesota, 2 teams that can stretch the floor, has height, has, athletic players that are tall. Play the wing. So it's going to be tough. Both have offensive prowess, as I said, with Towns and Anthony Edwards. And now we have Jokic and Jamal Murray. But I give Denver the edge because champion quality. They did it.
And Denver have the best player in the world right now, which is Jokic. So I have to roll with the best player. This guy is a different. Is different. So I'm going with Denver. I'm going with Denver over T-Wolves. The T-Wolves, I think, will make 1 or 2 mistakes here and there that cost them the match. It's going to come down to the last 3 to 4 minutes in the game.
And Denver has 1 point advantage too. So.
Exactly.
Today, this game 1 at 6 o'clock. That match should be, that whole series should, the billing is building up to be a phenomenal series. Yeah. And Anthony Edwards seems to be the next face of the NBA. People are touting him to be the next face of the NBA, and comparing him to Jordan and Kobe, that electrifying guard.
My question is why it have to be him? He's not even the best player, but because of the highlights.
Yeah,
because of the athletic ability.
Remember, first things first. You have to entertain the fans. Somebody has to catch eye to the layman. Remember, we watch it and we analyze it. People want to see dunks. People want to see step back.
I must admit, though,
crossovers. People want to see that. People don't want to see. Most people don't want to see like that. Good defense, that 85, 83 game back in the day, like the Knicks Pacers. We won't touch on that because that series is the next series that I think going to be a good series. Yeah. But people want that highlight with that Ja Morant, Anthony Edwards type thing. So that's why they're trying to push that as the face of the NBA. Plus, those people are Americans. But you want the face of the NBA to be homegrown.
But you say highlight though. I don't want to beat up on him too much though. But what kind of highlight did LeBron give you? Like, what kind of highlight?
You asking me or you asking?
No, I'm asking you because you just said.
Remember, you were a LeBron fan back in the day. You're now on my side.
I'm gonna tell the people this. Let me tell the people this. I used to cheer for LeBron for one reason. When MJ left the league, there was an empty space there.
That was Kobe.
It was Kobe. And we were searching for that next one, and the media hyped him up so much. I got brainwashed for about 2-3 years until I actually
open your eyes.
Well, yeah.
And open your ears because I was telling this from way back when.
Yeah. So eventually I didn't jump ship, but I just realized that he was not the best player, even though that's what the NBA and the media wanted you.
Don't get me wrong, LeBron is a great player.
Of course.
LeBron is an all-time great.
Of course.
The media is hyping up to be.
But I was wondering where was the highlight because I don't see it. No, maybe them look half a dunk, the dunk, But I agree with you. Anthony Edwards, I think can do that. I thought it would have been John Morant.
Yeah, and Edwards can be John Morant.
And Edwards have a good jump shot too.
Yeah.
So he's not one-dimensional.
And him have a midi.
He's not one-dimensional. It's just that he's working on his craft each year. I see where him get better every single year.
What I like about him, he don't shy away from the moment.
Yeah.
You saw him talk to KD. Yeah. And I say, I'm here. You can take KD.
But you know who I think tough for them though? I think mentally, I think Jamal is a beast. Murray?
Oh yeah, Jamal Murray.
He have Jamaican roots too.
For them Jamaican. Syrian.
Yeah. So, man, Jamal Murray is a Jamaican root, but he's tough.
Out of Canada.
Yeah, him don't back down none at all.
But the thing is, it's going to be a good series. He's not really like the highlight man.
No, not in terms of the face.
LeBron doing it. Yeah, man.
But I'm just saying that matchup that we talk about is going to be a good match at 6 o'clock for them.
The X factor to me in that Denver series will be Jamal Murray / Michael Porter. Yeah. And for Minnesota, I think that if Karl Anthony Towns can become a big offensive output on the court between him and Naz Reid, those two can That's weird, because we know what Anthony can give us, or should give us. Same with Jokic. But with the role players, step up. That's why I give Denver the edge. The KCP, I mean, the Christian Browns off the bench.
KCP, all defensive team.
Aaron Gordon, to me, is a big X factor, because that guy doesn't want to score 4 points for the game, but him going to give you 8 rebounds.
Who's going to mark Mr. Edwards? KCP.
That is the thing. They have 3 to 4 guys that can put on him.
But remember, Gobert's there now.
But Gobert don't want to score, really. Gobert just want to get some rebound.
They got to have size to mark him still. You know?
Mark who?
Gobert at the rim. Then
Jokic.
And who else? Them have Towns to deal with. Who going to mark Towns?
Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
And Michael Porter can mark.
It's gonna be. I'm going with Denver still, but I tell you, it's gonna be a matchup.
It's a tough matchup.
It's a matchup nightmare for both. Well, both teams gonna have problems.
Both teams, as I said, has size.
Yeah.
But I go with Denver. So you're looking at the Denver Mavs Western Conference.
Definitely. Let's go over to the East real quick. We have to move on. Let us go over to the East.
The East, we all have Boston going all the way. But I mean,
Porzingis is still injured, right? What's the degree of the injury? What's the degree?
They say it's not that serious.
Okay.
But they're watching him. I mean, he has time to rest. Again, they're waiting on the winner on Magic Cavs. So that's more time for them to rest.
And they have a rounded team, so them can even sit in more two games and still beat the Cavs.
I think in the finals they need Porzingis to win whoever comes through on the West to stretch the floor. I mean, it's still going to be tough to beat anybody that comes through on the West. I mean, on the West, Mavs is the hot team. Denver is the defending champs. Minnesota and OKC are 2 young gun sides that, I mean, want to prove. So the West is stacked. And the East not so stacked. We have Boston beating whoever comes through. We both have the Cavs coming through because D-Mitch home court. D-Mitch is the best player in the series. Should be the best player in the series, scoring 50. Lost the other game in game 6.
Garland is also maybe the second best on the court. Not playing up to standard of late. But
Bancher is good for Orlando though.
Bancher
is a good kid. But Young still has a lot to go. D-Mitch has seen storms and has scored 50 points. I mean, 40 points in the playoffs before being dropped 70 piece already in the regular season. But I give Cavs the edge. Boston should make light work of anybody who comes through. I mean, they're from 1 to 8. They're the deepest team in the NBA.
So
One
Boston,
of the deepest teams.
So Boston.
So Boston should get the better of the Cavs, game 7 tomorrow, we'll figure that one out.
And New York
and Pacers is a key matchup.
Yeah.
I mean,
one team play fast.
Both teams won their series.
One is more
4-2?
gritty. Yeah, one is more gritty, which
Knicks
is
one
New
on
York.
the road.
New York more gritty.
Pacers close out at home. New York defense.
Yeah, you want one team more grinding. The next team is more offense. Yeah. So I'm going with a defensive team.
I'm going with the Knicks.
Yeah, the defensive team. I'll go with the
Knicks have the best player on the court.
Jalen
Brunson. Halliburton might have something to say about that, but I give Jalen Brunson the edge over Halliburton. I mean, the Pacers can just flat out score.
Yeah.
I mean, 140 points, 150 points, but that's regular season. Playoffs, you got to do it. I mean, Pacers have people off the bench that can come in and ignite the game, scoring 10 quick points, Obi tapping, and I mean, what's the point guard name? The top point guard coming off the bench, TJ McConnell is a good addition to that team. But as I said, Knicks, I think, have the better coach, defensive minded, best player in the series. And I mean, playing hosting basketball.
And it's New York. It's time, you know.
Yeah, it's time.
I didn't pick them to go that
MSG
far.
is live.
I thought Philly would have beat New York, but
you don't listen to Primal.
But unfortunately, I think Embiid's still out of shape. But that's how it worked. But I'm going with New York for this series. It's New York. It's time that New York reach back to some form of relevance in the NBA.
I mean, love New York from Patrick Ewing days, because Patrick Ewing have a Jamaican heritage.
You had the Patrick Ewing shoes going on?
Nah, I didn't like them. No,
you never liked them, but you had to. It's Jamaican, You never have the Patrick Ewing piece.
Was it the pump?
It's the little ball, a red ball on the side. You have a Patrick Ewing.
You had a Patrick Ewing shoes. Of course. Yeah. A lot of people did, but I didn't have the Patrick Ewing shoes. But everybody wanted to see the Knicks.
Of course.
And with MSG, I mean, one of the biggest sporting arenas in the
big
world.
Franchise, man.
Big franchise.
Of course.
I mean, not so on titles, but we want Knicks to do good. And I guess we're both going with the Knicks.
Yeah.
So we're looking for Boston Knicks Western Conference Final. And again, Boston should make light work out anybody in the East. I mean, Boston 1 through 8 is I mean, you have Allah for that bench, and Sam Hauser lighting up from 3, pitcher running up and down. They have size in Cornet and Tillman if they need size. Porzingis out there, Allah for that. I mentioned Allah before. Tatum, Brown, Drew Holiday. I mean,
Boston have the best team on paper. More stars. But what you like about what you like about the refs? You know,
let them play.
That is what I love to see.
Let them play.
That's what I love to see. You know, I hate seeing the whistle. I hate hearing the whistle, and
so often, yeah.
And I saw my friend James Harden there, you know, faking all the time, and the ref them even look at him. I said, yes, this is how basketball is supposed to play.
James Harden going pass Karl Malone and John Stockton for the most playoff matches for a person that never win a ring. Because I don't see James Harden ever winning a ring. I don't see Westbrook ever winning a ring. I don't see who am I leaving off?
I think those
Dame Lillard ever winning a ring.
I
don't see a lot of these players. I mean, Hall of Famers, top quality players, but I mean, to get it done, you have to have that.
What is a Hall of Fame? I keep saying, what is the Hall of Fame in basketball business?
It's something
when I hear people say, oh, I beat 4 Hall of Fame, and who did you beat in the 90s? What is this? Look, you have 4 Hall of Fame and 1 team now. On the Clippers. What does that mean?
I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? Denver Nuggets won the title last year with no Hall of Fame. You know, I hear people talking about, oh, you beat 4 Hall of Fame, so you must be a better basketball player. Nonsense.
Well, Hall of Fame is watered down.
That's exactly. Everybody gets into the Hall of Fame, and everybody's a Hall of Fame player. All of a sudden, 1986, Phil Jackson was a Hall of Fame coach. In 1987, you had an Hall of Fame coach.
He wasn't a Hall of Fame coach.
The man was a rookie coach. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? LeBron beat a bunch of rookies at Golden State. None of them was Hall of Fame caliber players at that time. Yeah. So why calling them Hall of Fame? You know?
And some people in Hall of Fame I wouldn't even put in Hall of Fame.
People leave off a Kyrie for the
top 75.
How can you leave off Kyrie? One of the most skilled basketball player
ever. Left hand, right hand, dribble.
Yeah.
I mean, work on him craft. But I said the league don't like Kyrie for more than one reasons.
I hear, before we move on from basketball, I hear this guy, what's his name, JJ? I don't know.
JJ Ready?
Talking about how the guys know. I was talking about comparing 90s and now. Talking about how the guys back then, they played slower, they're slow and this and that. And I'm saying, and I'm looking into myself, they said the players from back then when Jordan was playing, they were what they might work at the canteen and come play balling and all kind of garbage and talk. All these guys were slow and Jordan was that much more explosive. That's why he could dominate. And I look at this type of basketball now. The best players are the slowest players. The most unathletic players are the best players. Luka, Jokic. Even when James Harden was reigning, even when none of them athletic. Nobody's jumping out of the
gym. She not running at 90 miles per hour.
And this guy played basketball. And I said, how can you be saying these things? Yeah. How can you be saying these things? It's skill.
But even so,
skill is more important.
People make it sound like Jordan dominated right through his career in the league. Jordan won at probably year 7?
Yeah.
In the league.
The point that I'm making though, you know, skill beat athleticism all day, every day. You know?
In pretty much everything.
Look at Luka. Luka can be, a matter of fact, he's in better shape this year still, you know. But just look at Luka. Even when James Harden was dominating at one period in time, James Harden is not athletic.
But even
and nobody could stay in front of him.
But
nobody could stay in front of him.
Talk about skill. Kyrie's one of the skillest players, but Kyrie doesn't play at 90 miles per hour.
That's my point.
Yeah.
And
Kyrie not dunking on people.
You ask what happened to Westbrook? Yeah. These guys rely too much on their athletic ability and they don't learn the game properly. How can you be
in the league for 15 years and can't shoot?
Exactly my
point. And you use the ball so much. You're a
ball
handler.
And him clumsy with the ball at times. Very clumsy.
Just want to play at 100 miles per hour. Let's go.
Look at Giannis. Giannis won that ring because of a depleted Brooklyn Nets team that year when Milwaukee won. Let me tell you, Giannis is not going to get much. Giannis is still playing the same way.
But Middleton
There's
played
no-
well.
there- there's no
Middleton
skill.
played well.
Of course,
yeah,
played
but a
well,
lot
but-
to do with winning.
It's all about force and athleticism. That cannot work.
Yeah.
That cannot work.
You have to have a skill. You
Yeah.
have to own that skill. Yeah, you're fast. Yeah, you can jump. Yeah, but you have to, as you said, can slow it down, break it down, and use your brain. I mean,
Look at Luke. I
tactics.
watch Luke and laugh all the
someone
time.
play checkers and someone play chess out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
There's a different playing field.
You know, I hear Jordan and these guys say certain things, and when you look back at how Luca play, you can see that Luca have a little Jordan in him. Jordan will say, yo, him watch how the man put the weight on him right foot, and then him get the subtle things. That's what Jordan never dribble the ball in and for beat you and then beat you with one. Look at Luca. Same thing.
Kobe did that too.
Same thing. Yeah, well, Kobe learn
From Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, but
Mirror Jordan.
But when you watch even
1A,
Harden,
1B.
when you watch even Harden and these guys, Jokic, is that them using him?
Yeah.
That them use.
That's why I like Shea. One thing, if she have like say a slow night or not so, she go to the free
She
throw
know
line.
how to get points.
She go to the free throw line.
Yeah, yeah,
She getting
yeah.
his at the free throw line.
Yeah.
She gonna get his. She gonna get his 25 to 30 minimum. And if you want to give a 40 piece, so be it.
Yeah, so this argument about who they more fast at that. And Isaiah Thomas is a hater too, you know. He's the next one to talk about, oh, Jordan was more athletic than all of us, that's why he dominated. It wasn't that.
But
The man was
But you
fundamentally
beat Jordan.
sound.
But you beat Jordan
Yeah,
before.
but him might have tried to knock him down. But I'm saying it was all about fundamentals. That is why Jordan was so great. He was athletic, but the fundamentals, the skill, is what made him that much better than everybody. Not the fact that him could have jumped out of the building.
And that mid-range jump shot.
Yeah.
Ultimatum, get to him spot. Does Westbrook have a spot on the court?
And you notice the Europeans, right?
Yeah.
All the Europeans, you notice them, with the exception of Giannis. All of them, they're skillful players. They learn the skill and the fundamentals.
Are the Europeans better than the Americans?
Is Giannis
Right now?
European?
Yeah.
Huh?
Because I'm just born in Greece. You make him a European?
Well, you can call him African. But anyway,
Before we go to football, coach, Lakers coach, what's his name again?
Darvin Ham.
And Doc Rivers is Bucks.
Yeah. Darvin Ham got fired. He's now no longer the coach.
And Rivers just
They fired him because, you know,
Rivers is overrated.
yeah, they fired Darvin Ham because he have to take the blame. You know it already.
Yeah. Coaches lose.
So who you gonna blame?
Players win and coaches lose.
And then I think they're going to probably trade off some of the players except LeBron because everybody else
LeBron
fault.
going where Bronny going.
Yeah, Bronny not going anywhere.
No,
Next 2 years, Bronny not ready yet.
So
Man.
LeBron have 3 more years in the league.
LeBron not staying in the league that long.
So we're not waiting on Bronny
You
anymore.
really want LeBron to stay and tarnish him legacy
But he said
more
that he
and
was
more.
going into the draft.
I don't think LeBron can do anything now to tarnish his legacy.
The NBA will preserve it.
Only thing can happen to LeBron now is enhancing. There's nothing LeBron can do at this point
Unless he gets
to tarnish legacy.
swept again.
He
and
can
that
do
will
more
happen.
to enhance his legacy.
So
but
they
there's
want
nothing
us
he
to
can-
remember him as a man struggling.
Remember, that's all remember Jordan.
No,
No.
I remember Jordan's shot. I didn't remember nothing about Wizards. The only thing I remember is that last shot. I don't remember nothing about no Wizards.
That's an interesting
Come on,
thing.
you don't remember
Say
Jordan
all of it.
Wizards?
Nope, never remember.
That's
It never
interesting,
happened.
you know,
Never
but-
happened.
So you remember
No,
LeBron
because it's like remember say Jordan
we're
stop.
more media
Remember say we
generated.
know say Jordan just come back because him they probably want to buy
plus
the Wizards.
we're in a media
They want to buy the Wizards,
centric
so we know say
world
it's more
now. It's
marketing.
easier. Yeah, it's easier to see everything now. It's
But
it's
now
a
you're
different
gonna
terms.
remember LeBron getting knocked out
This,
in the first round and not
this won't
going-
tarnish LeBron's legacy.
Okay.
Not at all.
I think him should
The
step
only
away.
thing can do it from now is enhancing LeBron's legacy.
Like
There's
John
nothing
Elway
can-
and Tom Brady.
But the
man.
thing is,
Step
though,
away,
people
man.
has his legacy kind of too high, if you ask me. Because some people have the greatest, and I don't. I don't think it's even close. But as I said, definitely a great player. Not the greatest. I don't even have him in the conversation as the greatest, but he's one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
Top 10, but that's a story for another day.
So Lakers head going probably higher back. What's his name from Clippers?
That's probably JJ already.
No man.
All right, Frog in 5.
Yeah,
Tell us what's up, Frog.
Welcome,
No.
Froggy.
That'll be a shot for Game 5 because I really want to talk
I
some.
already got you got locked out last week.
Look out yourself.
Yeah, but I have to really give my hat
Yeah.
to my co-host Ken Watson. He really did a superb job. No lie, hold on the fort. And
That's what I do.
you can see it. I'm born for this.
Oh God.
But I make it short because I just a few little things happened in the past couple of weeks where really I tickle me and it go and trickle back down into sports. So recently, persons might have heard about Vibes Cartel and the whole saga with the Privy Council and now we're hearing that the government will be paying its legal fees. We know government not paying no legal fees. So that is taxpayers' money. We're paying for the legal fees for what happened at the Privy Council. Then just a couple days ago, I wake up and I touch my phone, Buju Banton get back in visa.
Yeah.
So I am looking at it and I'm saying, how much common persons like me and you may have been in the system like that?
I don't think I'm a common person.
Come on, no. But common persons, come and get a youth who get caught up in something and don't have the resources to fight their way out and get the same treatment as these two guys. Regardless of the situation, we all know the situation, but how much of this we're going to come on this? We see where there was one Jamaican was locked up for 30 years.
I would say one thing, Froggy. If we were in a different system, if we were like Cuba when Fidel was around, fine. But the world don't run like that, Froggy. You and Bolt.
Well, I know. I'm going back down. That's the road I'm going down to.
Okay.
And this is one of the reasons why I don't really necessarily believe in rules. I think rules were created to separate or to divide persons. Because guess what? Rules are meant to be broken, you know.
Yeah.
But whoever breaks the rule, who can pay their way out?
You ever watch John Wick? Winston say, without rules, we'll just be like the animals. You gotta have rules, Froggy.
I don't say that, but I don't believe in it. And what did John Wick do in the same movie?
Probably not.
He break one of the most cardinal rules.
Because that's John Wick.
And then what did he do after that? He pay him way out.
No, but you have to be
get
John
that
Wick.
finger out. But what I'm saying, I don't really believe in it because when you really look at the aspects of rules, they create the rules and the persons that break it get away and persons who can't pay the way out suffer. Me and you commit the same crime, you know. So why you get away?
Okay.
And me stay, and it's the same crime. I believe in morals and principles.
Life is unfair.
And it's very much unfair. And then when you go back to sports, you come back to our very same thing with sports. Some sports are left on the wayside because nobody wants to put the money in there. Nobody wants to pay their way through that sport. If Kane decides he wants to be the greatest table tennis player, he must spend his own money to reach that point. If you want to be the greatest table tennis player, you have to spend your own money. And then when you reach that point now, you say everybody jump in. Hey, Dale Pine want to sponsor, you know. Where were you before? So it's just like life itself, as what Ken says, very much unfair. But to see where you need certain amount of collateral to get you from one point to the next point, it just...
Life is unpredictable. That's what makes it nice.
That's really messed up.
Some people are dealt different cards than some, and we just have to accept that that's how life is, and we chart different parts.
So you want a free-fall system?
Not a free-fall system, but a fair system.
There's no such thing as fear.
Fear.
There's no such thing as fear. There's no
Regardless
such thing
of your
as
status
equality,
in life.
really.
Regardless of where you are, you do something we not like, if you get the same punishment.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Primal Sports.
Wake up somebody. Important.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Primal Sports.
Yes.
Hello, good afternoon.
He's on.
Hello, caller. Not hearing you. Can you hear me? I seem to be having some technical difficulties with the caller. I'm not hearing him. I don't know if he's hearing me, but hopefully he'll probably try back.
That was my real fight. That was my fight.
That's just your fragging frag. Yeah, well, I understand, but I think as Kane just said, I don't believe in equality. What I believe is that we're different. There's difference. I don't believe that
We don't have
we're
a structure.
equal. Well,
And we don't follow protocols, as we say.
Yeah, but
We take shortcuts.
yeah, of course.
Everywhere in life in Jamaica, we take shortcuts.
I don't think not just Jamaica alone.
And not Jamaica, that's why I point to the Buju Banton situation. It's international.
I would say struggling countries,
Definitely.
that's a culture of shortcuts.
Hello, caller.
Not hearing.
Not hearing you.
Yeah, but
Probably having some audio difficulties, but hopefully that will be fixed shortly.
Go ahead,
Hello?
caller.
Go ahead. Put it on speaker.
Yeah, man. Afternoon, guys. How you doing today?
I mean, we're good. We're alive. We're Primal. We're in studio.
Yeah.
Primal is vital.
I'm hearing you now. Yeah, man. PD here. Yeah, man. I've been listening to you guys, listening to the program. I mean, great program as usual. A great show as usual, you know. Learned a bit about judo. Didn't even know that was a technique, really. I mean, I know of judo. Didn't really know of any other variations, so to speak. But yeah, interesting show so far, you know. Yeah. As usual, it's always a good segment listening to you guys. Always informational, you know.
Thanks.
I won't even touch on the controversy, boss, and the many controversies he brought up today. Definitely in agreement with a lot of it. I'll just say that much. But I heard Froggy come on just now in his segment stating that he doesn't believe in rules. Did I hear correctly?
Yeah. I believe in morals and principles. Rules is a subset of morals and principles, you know. You can't break morals and principles, you know. But you can break rules.
Rules can change. And some rules are made.
Even our common laws in Jamaica, most of them are 60-year-old, and why think they don't change them?
Rules vary all across the board. That's why you have starting rule, you have in terms of track and field, you have rules in table tennis to not serve over the table. I mean, you have rules to not break the red light. You get ticketed because we need traffic lights. Imagine if everybody just did what they wanted to do, we'd have more accidents. Or probably less, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. But so I'm just saying, you have rules. Rules is a necessity.
My question to Freddie in all of this is, without rules, what then would you have? Without rules, what structure, what sense of
be like the animals.
would you possibly have in society?
Yeah, there would be chaos, you know. But what I said afterwards was that it's not just the rules itself. I believe in morals and principles. And if you're going to follow up with morals and principles, then there will be some orders. Some order.
Because of these morals and principles, we create the rules.
Because they can't break morals and principles.
Through morals
but they can break rules. That's why
you keep saying morals and principles. Who determines what is moral and immoral?
It's not rules.
No, but what is moral to you might not be moral to me.
Yeah. But we have a moral.
What is considered principled by you might not be considered principled by me.
Which
is exactly why we need rules.
That's exactly why we need rules.
We need, you know what rules are and laws? They're a blueprint on how to operate.
Because some people believe, for example, some people believe an eye for an eye, and some people believe in turning the other cheek.
And then when I said afterwards, I said I believe in the fairness. So even if we're going to have the rules, where's the fairness? Why the common man don't get treated the same way as a high man for committing the same crime?
I can understand. That
has nothing to do with rules.
So there's a rule within
that's come down to morality.
So there's a rules within rules.
That's come down to morality.
No, I think the problem that you have, Fraggy, is that there are people who, whether it be loopholes or just privilege, there are people who it would seem that the rules don't apply to. So I think the problem you have is not necessarily with rules per se, but with the fear carrying out of all these rules, the fairness.
And another thing, caller. If so, for example, both of us commit the same crime, but your track record is you have 5 accounts of 10 previous misdemeanors, while this is my first offense, but we committed the same crime, you will get a stricter punishment than me.
There you go.
I won't commit the same crime. Yeah. So we are judged sometimes by our past and our history of breaking said rules or breaking said moral ground or going against principles. So, I mean, what is fair? Is it fair for me to get a lesser sentence when we both committed the same exact crime? So I'm just saying, hence, things are based on
fear.
There you go.
On other stuff, so to say. So, I mean, in a nutshell, fairness.
Caller, don't go, caller. Continue. Don't go on. Peter remind me of the table tennis argument. What were your thoughts on on what Peter said about the table tennis, about should we stay home or should we save that money to build the local structure?
Yeah, well, that was a good question, raised by the controversy boss, as you stated. And I must say, as you know, I'm very familiar with the sport. I've been around the sport, so I've seen many years gone by where I've witnessed players that were deep in training, right? Deep in training, deep in their development, and at the end of the day, they were told that they would not be able to go and represent Jamaica.
You talking about me?
Whatever tournament was coming up at the time.
So like you talking about me.
So I think Peter is a very valid point, and I really do believe that as a country right now, we need to focus more on development more than anything else. I think it is a waste of time to be sending out our talent if we really know, or if we can see, because I mean, we're not blind, we see what's happening, we can see them, and we can see what's going on in the other countries. I think it's a waste of time to be sending out our talent if we know that they're not ready.
Okay.
Right? It can be demotivating to
I don't think it's a waste of time or waste.
I mean, the one benefit to it, if you ask me, is fine. They need exposure. They need to see what is out there. But outside of that, man, I think the more that I don't want to see a situation where they're not able to go, but I really want to see much more emphasis placed on development.
Okay.
And fixing the resources to get more resources, because the resources are limited. So if we have seen that the problem arises because of limited resources, we should fix the resources where we can do both. Get them more prepared and get them out there. Because I don't think we should be missing.
One of the things I believe is that you cannot have as a quote unquote serious sport without that sport having a home.
Yeah. And I think that, as I said, to fix the resources, because I don't think we should be missing these championships year in, year out just to get them prepared. I think we should do both, and both is essential and necessary, and resources should be put forward to do both. I don't think we should be missing out on Caribbean Championships, and I think that we should get them more prepared. So that's what I think.
Absolutely, and I really do hope we can find that balance going forward.
Yeah. All right.
Just to touch on the basketball before I go though, I mean, I hear you guys calling out your MVPs.
I mean, so far for the playoffs, like the first,
So far,
for the first round, it's not necessarily
Understood, and I must say,
for the first round.
Jalen Brunson has been balling.
Yeah, I just created an award to say, all right, MVP for the first round of the playoffs.
But the one name I didn't hear you guys call for the MVP for the first round, first round, is Kyrie. Because, I mean, you see Anthony Edwards sweep over that side, but Kyrie has...
Yeah, but Kyrie as a man that is putting out a triple-double almost every game.
There you go. I mean, yes, it's Kyrie. I would know Kyrie.
No, I mean, Kyrie has Luka, and Luka has Kyrie.
But
who does Jalen Brunson have?
I mean, fair enough. Jalen doesn't have
that
strong
much
supporting class, you could say. But regardless of Luka being on the court, Kyrie has been stepping up.
Yeah. Kyrie playing high level
on every occasion.
You didn't hear that part when I said Kyrie playing top level. We did say that. When I was saying between...
That's why I wonder, you never squeeze him in the MVP discussion for first round.
I just had two picks.
That's all I'm saying.
I just had 2 picks. I made it 2, but Kyrie would be about 3 or 4. Yeah. Put it at that. All right,
Carla.
All right, thanks for the call.
Before you go though, I mean, you have like a couple of minutes. I'd love to hear your take on the Premier League and
we'll wrap up in 2 minutes.
Yeah,
we'll wrap up in 2 minutes with the EPL, because that's what we're going to talk about now. Stay tuned. All right? Respect for the call. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
all right,
you know, the show just flying away. Time flies. And in the last 2 minutes, we'll wrap up with a little football talk, because we see where all the top leagues in Europe basically have their winner.
Close out, yeah.
Except for the EPL. 2-horse race, and both teams
Not giving up.
to not
What to
going
lose.
to give up ground. And if it stays that way, City should win the title. Arsenal has 2 matches remaining. Man City 3. Arsenal lead by a point. And I mean, it's going down to the wire. As I said, weeks back, I don't see City giving away points. I think on the last day it's going to be tough. There's going to be some drama with West Ham. Is West Ham and
West Ham
Man
for City. Yeah.
Next
last
week is
day.
a tricky matchup for Arsenal playing their long-time rivals, Man
Man
U,
U.
who to me is probably in the doghouse. I mean, Manu is going to come up for that game.
Yeah.
And I mean, I still say Arsenal winning that match, but that's going to be Arsenal tough match. Arsenal playing top football. Declan Rice is one of the buys at the last chance for.
Man, you're going to try and mess up things, eh?
But it's going to be tough.
Man, you will.
It's going to be tough. I don't see City letting up off the rain, but somehow I think something's going to happen, and Arsenal can squeeze in.
So what do you think about West Ham? West Ham can't oppose them in it.
The problem
in
with
terms of how they play West Ham.
I just think that there's going to be drama.
Yeah, it's going to be drama
Some form of drama.
Yeah, some form of, you can't just play out where you just got. Because City won 5-1 earlier today. Arsenal won 3-0.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, both holding serve. City has the advantage whereby if they win out, the destiny is in their hands, they win the title. Arsenal is doing their best to oppose that by just doing what they can and beating teams in front of them. So that title, I mean, I wouldn't say it's up for grabs. Liverpool shoot themselves in the foot already. They wrap up third place already. They're coming third. Aston Villa, Leon Bailey look like they're holding on for that fourth spot. But the winners to me, clearly between City and Arsenal, and it's tough to bet against City.
Yeah, I will tell us it's City straight.
Yeah,
the banana peel will be
Man. I think there's going to be some drama in that West Ham game, and
the banana
City going to find a way though.
It's going to wrap up before the West Ham game.
Oh, yeah, you're saying that Manu. You're saying that Manu.
All right, guys.
Yeah. I mean,
unfortunately, we'll come to the end of another show. I want to thank Ashley McKenzie for joining us from England here. He's our judo specialist.
Yeah. Looking to qualify for the Paris Olympics next week in Kazakhstan. The World Championships in Dubai coming up after that. So I wish him all the best. I mean, as I said, we appreciate him taking the time out and giving us his 2 cents. And I mean, we know him training hard and flying the flag high. So big up, respect.
And also the people down there in Trelawney, Fit FM 96.7.
Naturally, that goes without saying.
Before we even wrap
Primal
off.
4K listeners as well and viewers.
World Wide Web.
The World Wide Web.
Yeah, 32,000.
And thank you guys for tuning in each and every week.
This couldn't be possible. And again, big up, enough respect.
Yeah.
I mean,
and remember, people, JPL semifinals, Sabina Park this Sunday. Mount Pleasant versus Waterhouse. Cavaliers versus Arnett. 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. People,
guys, you gotta be early because you won't get any parking.
Unless you're Primal and you have a VIP.
Yeah. All right, people. So same time, same place. See you guys next week. Have a good afternoon or evening, I should say.
Yeah.
I need a 2.